Good afternoon, everybody. This is the fourth B4E. If you think of a child of 4 years old just growing up, little bit walking, running, making mistakes. So it raises a lot of interest from the first year to the fourth year, from the partners, from the media, from the countries who are interested in hosting something like B4E, in joining us with initiative like B4E. But like any young institution, it requires more sustained fuel, I would say, good ideas to keep on moving ahead, so that in the next decade we can say we are really mature and we have done something interesting for the global community. So that it becomes a well-recognized summit for which the people, the government, the countries will be looking forward every 22 and 23 April each year, as it is linked to the Earth Day. Achim Steiner, in his opening, our executive director, said that we need to make a paradigm shift, and clearly climate change gives us such opportunity to turn the challenge into real opportunities, practical opportunities. Challenges that are related to resource efficiency, changing and sustainable consumption production patterns, challenges for promoting and powering growth for a global green economy during the transition towards sustainable development. As it has been raised by several experts, almost all of you here at B4E, we need both governments and business partners to get closer, together with the civil society, to deliver the change through more intelligent and efficient way of partnering. Mr. Ban Ki-moon, the Secretary General of UN, has insisted on the important role and the major role of business in rewriting together with governments and with the UN the bottom line to promote corporate responsibility, to promote ethical markets and sustainable development. Our challenge altogether is how to create and sustain a global and multi-stakeholder movement. To that end, we need to adopt a proactive approach, taking a me-first attitude, as His Excellency President Lee has put it in his opening remarks. Obviously, finding a solution is a collective responsibility towards putting together in place a planet-responsible system, as presented by Mr. Lee, who highlighted that green market is no longer a niche, but the mainstream. And this is extremely important for B4E as a key message, as a driving message. Obviously, the role of business and the link between more creative and intelligent markets and the wider sustainability agenda is not confined to climate change and energy, as some people tend to believe it. It also concerns biodiversity, and we have had interesting sessions on that, water and soil, on which we need to focus more. In fact, we need an intelligent and efficient management of the planet's natural resources that we're trying to do from our resource panel. Sustainable development, therefore, is not a choice, but an imperative. And green economy will happen either by design and desire or by default and obligation. Sustainable consumption and production, resource efficiency, and corporate responsibility have been and will remain the driving concept of B4E. Increasingly working on the demand side, many companies and visionary stakeholders are now seizing the opportunities to innovate change through green business, investment, and jobs, focusing on resource efficiency and decoupling so that we can do more and better with less, which is an extremely important way of thinking in changing the paradigm in order to preserve the limited resources we have. B4E, therefore, should increasingly provide the platform for such innovation to shift the paradigm and deliver the necessary change. As the recent financial crisis has shown it, there is no real shortage of funds and investment. It's just a matter of priority, an issue of short-term versus long-term interest, a question of selfish interest versus sustainable common goods. As it has been highlighted before, synergies, partnerships, and green entrepreneurships should be guiding us in the years to come. And no matter the position held by each one in this room, you are all green entrepreneurs, or to become more greener entrepreneurs, looking forward to a greater sense of responsibility and efficiency. The next B4E definitely has to consider the preparation for Rio +20. It's an important step, and we have to see how we can contribute to that. It's important that we galvanize business and industry in this process in order to see how we can contribute intelligently to the decision to be taken there. We need to take action, and through the innovation and inspiration that the industry sector can help us put on the table. We will be contributing from our side as UNEP, but we don't want to do it alone. We don't do it with our partners, and the business sector and summits like B4E are extremely interesting for thus brainstorming and coming with new ideas. In conclusion, I would like really to thank deeply the government of Korea and the president and the minister for welcoming us here in such a friendly manner, putting everyone at ease in this wonderful country. Thanking the partners and the sponsors, and in order not to make a mistake, they are at both sides. I will not list them for avoiding in order I can miss one. But also thanking our media partners who have allowed us to reach out the word with what's going on here. No need to thank UN Global Compact, as we are one team. We just work together, and we are doing our best to make a success out of B4E. Thanking WWF for joining us for this event in 2010, and definitely I'll just be repeating the words of George Kell, thanking strongly and heartily Global Initiative, Tony and his team for the tough work they have had in each one of these events, which is not easy to organize. But also thanking the colleagues who have accepted to step in at last moment to replace other speakers because of what happened, because of the travels, because we have missed some travels. And of course, thanking Nick Nuttall, who discovered when he came down from plane that he will have to moderate the whole session, and you have seen he did it efficiently. More importantly, I would like to thank you all for being with us, for believing in B4E, and for some of you for accompanying us for the last 4 years, and hopefully for the next 10 years. And for you, the great green entrepreneurs who help us to deliver the change and make the transition to a low-carbon economy. Any suggestion from you, it's a plea. You know you have our website. To improve B4E, please do not hesitate. It will be most than welcome. And see you next year in China or in India. We still have to make up our mind. On the 22nd and 23rd of April, always at the same period. Have a safe journey back. Thank you.